Qigong of the 4 seasons, moving from winter, lesson 1. A very warm welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I'm truly delighted that you've decided to shape this winter consciously and to accompany yourself with the exercises of the Qigong of the 4 seasons. Once learned, they will be available to you your entire life, and you will be able to strengthen you physically and mentally every winter. The exercises give you the opportunity to come into harmony with this winter. In each lesson, we will learn a new movement and review the familiar ones. Today, we'll start directly with the first 2 exercises. At the beginning of every lesson, there's a warm-up, and at the end, some closing exercises. In between, we will mostly be moving, but sometimes we will also sit down and discuss the background philosophy, medicine, and some details of the exercises. It's very important that the joy of movement and of your body can take center stage. This course is meant to do you good. During the movements, you might feel pulling and cracking, but if something hurts more sharply, perform the exercise less intensely. Go through the lesson at your own pace. Throughout the week, take time again and again to practice and to re-watch individual sections. A regular practice is very beneficial for allowing the effects of the exercises to unfold. But don't see this as an extra burden in your daily life. Rather see it as a time you regularly give to yourself. Let's begin with a warm-up. This in itself is a conscious arrival. You are now in a room that is surely familiar to you. Arrive in this room anew. Perceive it freshly. Feel the floor beneath your feet. Describe a large circle with your chin, with your neck. Stretch your chin far forward like a beak. Then draw it toward your chest. Circle your shoulders, large and wide. I recommend you go through the whole lesson once completely, or in 2 parts. After that, you can go back to specific sections and deepen them. Turn around your own axis. Hold the stretch. Pay attention to relaxed shoulders. Therefore, don't raise your arms too high. Come to the center. Lean to the side. And also hold the stretch there for a moment. Feel your body, the muscles and the tendons. In winter, it's about coming to rest, but not falling into a winter rigidity. Keep the muscles and tendons of your body supple, but also give it rest that it needs. Circle the upper body and the pelvis simultaneously widely, far forward, to the side and backward. Then change direction. In everything you do, consciously reduce the pace. This isn't about getting something done quickly. Be present with what you're doing. Feel the stretch. Feel the weight in your standing leg. Pull your foot in as far as it goes. Go down as low as you can until you feel a stretch. Release, shake out well, and place your feet next to each other. Place your hands on your knees and circle them. Here too, roll wildly over the soles of your feet and then change direction. We'll keep the warm-up short, because today we are going to learn 2 complex exercises directly. Finally, circle one wrist and then the other ankle. Through this cross-lateral movement, both brain hemispheres have to communicate well. Change direction, the brain wakes up. Then change sides. Stay on the same side, but change direction. We begin with the basic stance in Qigong. For a good basic stance, a stable but relaxed posture is important. For this, we will stand shoulder-width apart, upright, the crown point lifted. As if there's a thread there, not pulling at you, but holding you nicely. Your chin is slightly drawn back. The pelvis relaxed. Release tension from the knees. This is the high stance, which you can also use in daily life. It's very relaxing for the back. There's also a low stance, deep. Let the pelvis get really loose with the exhalation. It slides down, relaxed, and becomes a bowl that wonderfully carries and holds the upper back, the upper body, without tension in the upper body. Let go of the feeling that you have to endure or hold yourself upright with effort. The pelvic bowl can hold your upper body wonderfully. Sink into it. Upright towards the crown point, the pelvis relaxed. To perceive, move the pelvis far forward and backward. Imagine the pelvis is a bowl of water. Rock it back and forth, and then let the water sink to the lowest point. This gives your pelvis bowl the ideal alignment. At the top, you're well held. The shoulders are relaxed. The chin is slightly drawn back. Hold the arms beside your body. Leave some space under your armpits. This opens the chest cavity and allows the Qi to flow well. Imagine 2 waterfalls running down over your shoulder, left and right, down the back of the neck, down the cliff over the shoulders. The water pulls all the way down and also very gently pulls the fingertips downward. Through this gentle downward pull, the neck and shoulders can relax better. The pelvis is relaxed and carries the upper body. The knees are guided slightly outward. You have a bit more weight on the outer edge of your feet than of the inner edge. This makes the leg into an arc that also wonderfully carries the pelvic bowl and thereby the upper body. You stand stable and relaxed. It is precisely this basic stability that will again and again foster and strengthen in the winter exercises. In winter, a lot of it is about stable support, about a secure stance. In the new spring, everything can easily be awakened from that stability. We will return to the basic stance again and again. For the first exercise, the sea plant, we will use the high stance. In the second exercise, the unity of heaven, man and earth, we will also use the low stance. However, we will combine it directly with a stepping movement. Let your shoulders flow downward again and again, and stand stable on both legs. In all the winter exercises, the feet remain stable on the ground. It's about deep forces, about having good grounding in winter and in life. We start with dancing like seaweed. The feet are shoulder-wide apart. Rock from one foot to the other. Shift your weight from right to left without bending your knees and without turning your upper body. Simply shift the weight and really feel how you are grounded on each foot. The shoulders stay at the same height without tilting. The movement comes from the pelvis. Move the pelvis from one side to the other without tilting it. Now hold your hands down in front of your lower abdomen and skim the ground with your palms. Stay in the movement while doing this. When your pelvis is to the left, your hands are to the right. When the pelvis is to the right, your hands are to the left. Both move in opposite directions. Be careful not to tilt the pelvis or the shoulders, or to bend one knee at a time. Feel the weight increase on one foot and then on the other. Pay attention to relaxed shoulders. Let's start again in front of the lower abdomen. Moving the hands gently over the ground. Slowly, fluidly, clear and distinct. Then the hands begin to rise. As they do, turn the palms outward. The higher the hands rise, the more the entire spine joins in with this rocking, like a sea plant moving in the water. The spine is mobile, flexible, but not limp. The neck also moves gently, all the way up to the head. The movement rises upward from the pelvis, like a serpentine line. You can also gently stretch upward if you like. Then it goes back down again. The movement is gentle, like a plant in the seawater, swaying from one side to the other. When you reach the bottom, let your hands sink down again. You're always upright towards the crown point, and facing forward. The spine moves as if it's being rocked in water. But don't turn your own axis. The spine is nice and supple. Many nerves and energy pathways run along here, which are being stimulated. Furthermore, it's a wonderful mobilization exercise for the entire back muscular. The movement is gentle and becomes narrow towards the top. The movement rises up from the pelvis. Feel the weight shifting on your feet. Take your time at first until you find a good rhythm, and then begin to ascend. The higher your hands rise, the more consciously ensure that you don't pull your shoulders up. The swing originates in the pelvis and rises up the spine. Consciously pay attention to the section of the spine that is level with your hands. It's the hands that lead the movement. Head, neck, lower back, they all get gently in motion. You can perform the exercise several times in a row. 2 or 3 times is a good number later in the form. As you go upward, you might also perceive a gentle stretch. Then slowly guide your hands back down. The facial features are relaxed. The pelvic bowl rocks from left to right. All the fluids of the body come into a good warm oscillation. At first, the spine might feel stiff, but each time it will become more supple. Take your time. Pay attention to a relaxed distance between your hands and your body. Feel the weight shifting on your feet distinctly. Perform the exercise, especially slowly at the beginning, until you get into a good swing. Particularly if your back still feels stiff, imagine you are a sea plant being rocked wonderfully by the water. You don't need to be afraid of being swept away by the water, because you are very, very stable rooted down below. Full of trust, you can surrender to the movements of the water. At the beginning of the form, the feet are closer together. Then we place the left foot to the side, shoulder wide apart, left foot to the side. The palms face downward. Release tension from the knees, but remain in a high stance. There should be nothing strenuous or laborious in this movement. You don't actually have to move yourself, rather you are moved and carried by the water. Move less with muscular power and more with the power of imagination. Imagine pleasantly warm water all around you. You are stably rooted and let the water carry, rock and sway you. You are not moving yourself, rather the water around you is moving. You go along with the movement and don't resist it. This is exactly what we will practice repeatedly. But for now, let's just loosen up before we learn the second exercise. It consists of 3 parts. This might take a bit more time. At the end of the lesson, we will put both exercises together. In the coming days, It would be beneficial if you repeat the movements regularly, so that your body gets to know them and internalizes them more and more, not just the sequence, but also the trust and the grounding in life. The next exercise is called the unity of heaven, human, and earth. We begin with the first part, orientated towards the earth. Before that, we have the leg movement, which is the same of all three parts. Sink into your right standing leg. Place your left foot diagonally forward. The left leg is straight and the foot rests loosely on the ground. During the exercise, both feet always remain completely on the ground. Now shift the weight from one foot to the other. When you move forward, the knee is over the foot. The back leg is straight, but don't push the knee too far forward. Don't put unnecessary strain on it. Push your weight alternately forward and back. The upper body rests in the pelvic bowl. Don't tilt the upper body forward or backward. It is the pelvis that moves. The upper body lets itself be carried. Now change sides. Stand comfortable on your left standing leg. Place your right foot so that the leg is straight, but not locked. Shift your weight forward without pressure on the knee. You look in the direction your front toes are pointing. The pelvis carries the upper body and moves forward and backward. The shoulders and facial features are relaxed. Now we learn an arm movement that is always performed during the transition between the three parts. The organs of winter are the kidneys. Move your hands like two shovels past your kidneys. To do this, start by sweeping them out to the side. The fingertips point forward and move past the lower back. You can lightly touch the body if you want. Guide your hands forward. Pay attention to relaxed shoulders. Perform the movement clearly and distinctly. The fingertips point forward and the palms face up, as if you're gently drawing something out from your kidneys. Now let's put it all together. Place your left foot forward. Weight is on your right standing foot. Always feel the weight shifting on your feet. Feel the secure grounding. The weight is now forward. Turn the palms downward. The hands are roughly at the height of the kidney. Not too low, not too high. Open the hands and skim over the ground. Then form a ball in the front. Move your hands as if you were drawing a triangle. Shift weight back, open the triangle. Shift weight forward, form a ball at the apex. When opening, skim over the ground. Then with your hands, push something together at the apex. The hands always remain at the level of the lower abdomen or at the level of the kidneys. The upper body continues to rest in the pelvic bowl. Make sure you don't push the knee too far forward. Inhale during the movement back. Exhale during the movement forward, as if you're gathering something over your palms, and inhaling. Inhaling, going back, and then bundling between your hands, going forward, breathing out. Release and loosen up for a moment so concentration doesn't turn into tension. Now comes the beginning of the exercise. Move the hands past the kidney and draw the left foot in. Place the left heel down. Push the weight forward and then turn the palms downward. Then come into the movement. This is the beginning of the exercise, the unity of heaven, human and earth. We will now repeat it a few times. We came from the dance of the sea plant exercise and were standing shoulder wide apart. Draw the left foot in, move the hands past the kidney, place the left heel down, push the weight forward. Turn the palms downward. Skim backward over the ground. Form the ball at the front. We repeat. Move the hands past the kidney. The weight goes forward. At the start, the palms face downward. Later, you always hold the ball at the front. Open and inhale, bundle and exhale. The exact same thing happens in the transition to the other side. Then we place the right foot forward. Push the weight forward. Turn the palms downward. Open the hands and inhale. Condense the energy and exhale. The upper body rests in the pelvic bowl. Don't lean it forward or back. Feel the weight shifting on your feet. We repeat on the right side. Draw the right foot in. Place it forward and shift the weight forward. Alternately, skim over the ground and then move the palms towards each other. The movement is orientated towards the earth and is relatively small. You are drawing a small triangle with your hands just in front of the pelvis, not to the side of the body. Release and loosen up well again. Now we come to the second part of the exercise at the height of the face, the human. This time, look into your palms. Then turn the palms outward and open your arms to the side. Here the opening is much wider than in the first part and goes out to the sides of the shoulders. Form a ball when you bring your hands together again in front of your face. Open the palms outward and guide the arms out to the side of your head. The weight is shifting. The legs perform the exact same movement as in the first part. Pay attention again and again that the upper body rests well in the pelvic bowl. Guide the hands past the kidneys once and then let them rise up to the front of the face. Then open the hands outward. Now we alternately open them out to the sides of the shoulders and form a ball in front of the face. The hands always remain at the same height. When the hands rise, the weight goes forward. When the arms open, the weight goes back. Open outward, the weight goes back, and inhale. In the movement forward, exhale. Open, inhale. Go to the front, exhale. The same thing also happens on the other side. Guide the hand once, like two shovels, past the kidneys and up to the front of the face. When you move your hands backward, the shoulders move backward, the shoulder blades move towards each other, but don't pull the shoulders up. The hands always remain at the same height. Open and inhale, close and exhale. The upper body lets itself be carried by the pelvis. Pay attention once more to the leg movement. Don't press the knee forward. The leg movement is exactly the same as in the first part. Later in the form, you perform the hand movement at each height and each side 3 times. For transition, draw the left foot in. Move the hands past the kidney, place the heel down, push the weight forward. Guide the hands to the front. Transition to second part. Draw the left foot in. Move the hands past the kidney. Place the heel down. Push the weight forward. Guide the hands to face height to the face, and then transition to the second part. In the first part, the hands point toward the ground and move in the depth. In the second part, the leg movement does not change, but the hands are now at the height of the face, and you have a wide opening in the chest cavity. We have the same to the right side. Start and transition is always the shoveling along the kidneys. For transition, move the right foot in. Step on the right heel. Hands going up at the height of the face. Always in the opening inhale. Bundling exhale. Then we will move to the third part, towards heaven. From the second part, the hands will now rise even higher, and the movement of the upper body will change somewhat. To transition, move your hands past the kidney again. Place the left heel down. Now the hands rise in the height of your face. This is the second part. Three times. Then again for transition, pull the left foot in. Now the hands rise past the face up towards heaven. Open your arms wide upward and lean back as far as you can. Your feet remain completely on the ground. Swing your arms all the way forward, slowly and controlled. Describe an arc over the ground and let your arms rise again in a large arc. Your weight also shifts forward and then back accordingly. Open yourself wide to heaven again. Let your shoulders sink back. Here we also get a lot of training for the legs and a constant weight shift on the feet. Open to heaven fully. Then carefully draw your left foot in and let your arms sink. First, all three parts are performed to the left, and afterwards, all three parts are performed to the right. Let's repeat the third part. Open yourself to heaven and look upward. Your body is one large plane with relaxed shoulders. Open yourself wide for the sunny moments in winter. Take in light and mild warmth. Don't turn your body to the side during the opening. Open yourself completely to heaven. We go to the right side. With a wide arc downward, you come into contact with the earth without touching it. Feel the strength in your roots. Describe a controlled arc and don't just let yourself fall. The weight goes all the way back before the arms rise again. The winter exercises are very good for the bones and the spine. This is our basic framework that carries our body. Let us come to rest in winter, but not become stiff. Breathe in during the wide opening and breathe out during the movement downward. In between, let your breath flow freely when you need air. Let's put the parts together. We come from the human in the middle part and had opened our hands at face height and performed the ball in front of the face. Then draw the left foot in. Move your hands like two shovels past the kidney. Place the left heel down. Push the weight forwards. Hands rise towards heaven. We repeat the transition. From the human, the second part, draw the left foot in. Move the hands like shovels past the kidneys. Step onto the left heel, the hands rise past the face upward. Then follows a wide opening and leaning back. Pay attention that both feet always remain completely on the ground. Be clear in the weight shift. Sometimes the weight is clearly forward, sometimes back. During the entire movement sequence, the weight is frequently shifted. Inhale during the opening of the arms, exhale while sinking. To transition to the other side, you come back to the center and let your hands sink. Now let's go to the right. Now we practice the transition from the second to the third part, on the right side, from human to heaven. For transition, draw the right foot in and move the hands like shovels past the kidneys. Place the right heel down and let the hands rise. Then open and inhale. Sink and exhale. Breathe freely in between. Describe a wide arc. Both feet always remain completely on the ground. Describe the arc of the arms as widely as possible. Don't just let yourself fall forward. Don't cut the arc short. Swing all the way through the back. Open yourself completely to heaven. To finish, come back carefully. 3 times is enough. Place your feet parallel, yet let your hands sink in front of your body. Breathe well and loosen up. Now we put everything together. Coming from the seaweed, draw the left foot in and then place the left heel forward to the left side. The hands move in a small triangle over the ground. The feet always remain completely on the ground. The upper body rests in the pelvic bowl and remains upright. For the transition to human, the second part, after 3 times from the earth, draw in the left foot and then place it forward anew. While doing this, guide your hands to the front of your face. Open backward and inhale. Form the ball at the front and exhale. Here too, the upper body remains upright in the pelvic bowl. Pay attention to relaxed shoulders and a clear weight shift. For transition to the third part, to heaven, again draw the foot in and subsequently place the left heel down anew. Stretch your hands towards heaven and then open yourself to it. Describe a wide arc all the way down to the earth. You have the ground firmly under your feet. You can open yourself trustingly upward from a place of security and stability. You move well protected between heaven and earth. After 3 times opening, you come back to the center. Before going to the right side, let your hands sink in front of your body. Take another good breath. Now draw the right foot in before you place the right heel forward. Your gaze rests on your hands. The shoulders are relaxed. Remain clear and distinct in the movement sequence. Open inhale, bundle exhale. For the transition to human, guide your hands to the front of the face. First, pull in the right foot, step on the right heel, your hands going in front of your face. Remain upright in your upper body. Only in the last part, we lean back. Move from your pelvis. The opening here is wider than in the first part. Bring your shoulder blades together. After 3 times, we have the transition to the third part. Draw the right foot in and step onto the heel. The hands rise to heaven. Open and inhale. Swing through forward and exhale. You are well nestled between heaven and earth. Feel the weight on both feet and the constant weight shift. After 3 times opening to heaven, step back with the right foot. Come to the center, let your hands sink in front of your body, and breathe through in peace once more. Time to loosen up a bit. Those were a lot of new sequences. You've done very, very well. This type of movement will become more and more familiar to you, and the learning will become easier. Take your time to arrive in the movements. Take the pressure out of your body, out of your own expectations. We will soon put both exercises, the dance of the sea plant and the unity of heaven, human and earth together. Enjoy your body in the motion. In every movement you can find a yin and a yang aspect. With the yang, something rises and opens. With the yin, it sinks and becomes condensed. One cannot exist without the other. Only when something has opened can it close again and come to rest. Only when something has sunk can something new rise. In winter, we will primarily focus on sinking and preserving our energies. Otherwise, no new spring can emerge. We always have a good yin and a good yang aspect. In winter, it is time to give the yin more space. Now enjoy the moving form winter. Qigong of the 4 seasons. Dance of the seaweed. I am standing in pleasantly warm water. With complete trust, I surrender to the water's movement. The body's fluids circulate evenly through my body. the unity of heaven, human and earth. I feel deeply rooted in the ground. I reflect on what lies behind me. With my hands, I draw out negative life impressions and fears from my kidneys. I scatter them into the air or release them later through the bladder. I am firmly rooted in life. I can reopen my perspective on life. I open myself to heaven and I greet the earth. Without fear, I move between heaven and earth. For we are one. For the conclusion, gathering the Qi. Palms up, inhale. Palms face down, exhale. Gather all the trust in your own stability. Gather the trust in your own strength. And preserve everything well by placing your hands one over the other at the lower abdomen. the lower dantian. Then release the hands, step the left foot back, and bow in thanks. Xie xie is Chinese and means thank you. Thank you for this nice practice time. Thank you for your attentive participation, and thanks for the beneficial exercises. We come to the closing exercises. Rub your hands together well, circle your face and feel your skin. Perceive yourself fully. Gently tap your head with flat hands. From front to back, rub your neck with a flat hand and also warm your lower back. Knit your ears between thumb and forefinger, along the outside and also the inside. Circle your knees, change direction, tap your arms over the back of the hand. Then down the side to the thumb, and then into the palm. Do each side about 3 times. Finally tap towards the little finger. Do the same on the other arm. Knock out everything that has been released, all tension, weakness, or fatigue. Tap over your lower abdomen. And then go further down to your legs. Tap out all sides. Inside, outside, and also the back. Carefully straighten up and come back to the center. Our first shared lesson is coming to an end. I am already looking forward to meet again in the next lesson. Piece by piece, we will add one exercise after another, but we will always take time again to review. In the end, the entire form will be completed and you will have internalized all the exercises. We will explore why winter is connected to the kidneys, the bladder, and the bones. For this, we will refer to diagrams of the 5 phases of transformation in yin and yang in the upcoming lessons. For now, I hope this becomes a week of practice for you, a week where you take time to re-watch individual sequences and find a regular practice routine. Practice without pressure or obligation, but rather a getting to practice, a wanting to, a time for yourself to make this winter a particularly beautiful one. See you in the next lesson.